Students, you are most welcome to the language class, and today we are doing comprehension, that is 24.3, the river Nile. Before starting the chapter, I want to say you something about Nile. Nile is the river. It is the longest river in Africa, and the longest river, it is called the longest river in the world. It is the primary water source of Egypt and Sudan. These are the two countries of Africa. Okay. Now I am starting the chapter. The river Nile runs through Egypt, creating a fertile green valley across the desert. The name Nile comes from the Greek Nilos. We can pronounce it Nilos, which means valley. The ancient Egyptians called the river Ar, means black, because of the color of the mud left on its banks after the river's annual flood. So every year Nile floods. Flood means, for raining, excessive raining, the water of the river flows towards its banks. That is called flood. That means the level of the water rises and it floods on the both side banks of the river. It causes many harm also. So Nile, it is a Greek word. It came from Nilos, and it means valley. And Egyptians call it black because the Nile river carries a black soil, and the mud left on its bank is the color of the mud is black. That's why they called it Nile. Egypt could not, next paragraph, Egypt could not have existed without the river Nile. Since rainfall is almost nil in Egypt, the floods provided the only source of moisture to grow crops. Melting snow and heavy summer rain in the mountains caused the river to overflow on the flat desert land. So Egypt is only one river that exists throughout the year. And as the rainfall is almost nil in Egypt, then also this flood helps to grow crops, to hold the moisture to the land. And melting snow and heavy rainfall, that means on the mountains, if the snow melts and the heavy rainfall it occurs, then only it overflow on the flat desert. Next page. One of the oldest civilizations in the world began by its banks. The ancient Egyptians lived and farmed along the Nile. It provided water, fish, and excellent soil for growing food as well as transportation. The river, which is quickest and easiest way to travel from place to place, reeds called papyrus, grew alongside of the Nile. The Egyptians made paper and boats from these reeds. So the world's one of the oldest civilization were grown or take place began in the bank of Nile. And the ancient Egyptians and are found and along the Nile. That means they used to live near the river Nile. It gives we know that river provides us water, fish, and it also provides us soil also. And transportation becomes easier through the river. So this is and one thing more, a plant called papyrus that grows alongside the Nile, and Egyptians used to make paper or boats through with the help of this papyrus. plant. One thing more, the Ashwan Dam built in the 1960s stopped the floods and irrigates the land. Now, new technologies came, and in 1960s a dam was built, and the name of the dam was Ashwan, which helped to stop the floods and irrigate the land. So this much I have read. Now you will do it in your copy, in the question answers, in grammar copy. Okay, in grammar copy we will do this, and I will give the answers afterwards. Okay, then afterwards you will check the answers with the PDF. So till the next class, practice, because exams are there, tests are there in the next week. So till then, practice. Okay, so goodbye and do your work.